King Noble Black Supremacy, and with this particular video I want to say that King Noble's throne is out of the matrix. Yes, my throne is out of the matrix. If you about anything else than seeing the black man on the throne, then you might as well stay at home, because that's the time that we live in now, seeing the black man being put back on the throne. Everything else you done seen. You done did all the tree hugging you can do. You done ate every type of veggie burger you can eat. You done had all the kale you can eat. You done had solar panels. You done sun gaze. You done did all types of yoga activities. You done read all the books. You've traveled to Egypt. You've pretty much did it all. All of you together have done it all. But have you lost focus of seeing the black man back on the throne? Did you lose that significant and that important focus of seeing the reconstruction and the remanifestation of true black rulership? Have you missed that? Have you got sidetracked from that? Because that's the ultimate objective. Everything else you can do with a white man. You can lead his country and live off the land with some crackers and eat healthy with some crackers and worship nature with some crackers. Everything else you can do under white supremacy. White supremacy will let you do all of that, at least for a little while. But what about the black rulership? What about the black man being back on the throne? That's the problem. That's where your challenges come in at. And that's what we have been fighting for. See, people in Africa, for a long time, they just wanted a sandwich. And some of them, they still want a sandwich. They want a piece of that American pie, that sweet potato pie. So they don't care about their kings and leaders over there. They just satisfied. Just give them a sandwich. They'll trade their king over for an American Italian beef. They will turn on their king and lead a nation and lead a country to come over here for some Italian beef. But see, the black man in America, we didn't have all of it. We didn't have our spicy fried chicken. We didn't have the best beer, the best alcohol. We didn't have the best materialism that white supremacy can offer. We've had it all. We got Kool-Aid in every flavor. We've had it all. What more could we ask for materialistically in this society that the white man has not gave us? The missing piece now is the black man on the throne, black rulership. See, King Noble Black Supremacy is the fulfillment of African American nationalism, of a black nation in America uprised. The fulfillment of that. A lot of us get sidetracked. We want to live good in America. We just want the comforts and luxuries of what America has to offer. America offers you that. That's within the multiple choice of what it has available for you. But black rulership, independent and sovereign, divine, majestic rulership is not on the list. You can't go in Kmart and get that. You can't go in Walgreens, Publix, Kroger's and get black rulership. You can't find it in the government. You can't find it in the best of the hotels. You can't find it in the yacht clubs. So where do you find it? Where can you get it at? See, that's what we wanted. We talk about black nationalism. You got to separate nation building from wanting a better sandwich, from being a part of the black car club, the black motorcycle club, the black Benz club. You got to separate black nationalism from being a part of the club. Because most of you all just want something material, and it's a group of you all that want it, and you call that nationalism. But nationalism is creating your own independent black nation. And the sign that you're an independent nation is that you have a ruler, that you have a king, a divine and supreme anointed king that has been chosen by the ancestors, that have returned with the original mind of the universe of black consciousness, who can really sit on that throne, who that throne was prepared for. That's the final destination of nationalism. Some of you all, what you call nationalism, it's just socialism, it's just communism, it's just, Now we have everybody get a sandwich. You know, everybody gets a sandwich. Everybody gets their portion of Kool-Aid, and Kool-Aid's guaranteed for everybody. Then a white person slide in there and get him a cup of Kool-Aid while you're at it. That's what you all want. That ain't black nationalism. That ain't having our own nation. Because if you're about nationalism, black rulership, you're willing to give up the luxuries, the amenities of this society to see your people rule, to see your people in power, to see your own king, to see your own leader who can pull rank over this wicked devil, who can organize your people as an army and as a force against white supremacy to bring it to his knees. You'll give up all of the amenities for that, all the luxuries and all the materialism for that. So it can't be about the materialism, because when you talk about black nationalism and black rulership, you're talking about sacrifice. Because nations sacrifice for their rulers. They sacrifice for their kings. They sacrifice to have their own sovereign and independent rulers. That's how we did it in ancient times in antiquity. So if you're against black rulership, you're against the return of that throne, then stay your black ass at home. Stay at home, because you ain't ready. You ain't ready for what we're doing. We've had everything else. We don't want to sit down and sit in no circle with no damn crackers and be spiritual with the white man and be vegan with the white man and be healthy with the white man, but be a goddamn Negro when it comes to the black man. All of your desires that you have in the so-called conscious community, you can have it with the white man. It's only one thing you cannot have with the white man, and that's black rulership. That's black kingship. That's black sovereignty, because, you know, no whites are allowed to sit up there. No whites are allowed there. No whites are going to be sitting beside the throne. The white man is not allowed in the black sovereign kingship. So look at these goals and these ambitions that you have. You want to worship nature. You can do that with the white man. Nature been here. Ain't nothing happened to nature. Nature didn't get whipped on get lashings. Nature wasn't dropped in the Atlantic slave trade. Nature, the same as it was during slavery, the same tree they hung your grandparents on, is still up there. And you want to hug the tree and not represent the legacy of your ancient forefathers. You want to kiss the grass. Huh? Some of you even going around talking about the black woman is God. Was the black woman God before we came over here to America on the slave vote? We had kings and rulers that were in power, that manifested our supremacy, our nation. Yeah, we had respect and love and admiration for our black woman, but we could protect her because we was in power. We was on our business. And now we talk about the black woman is God, and we can't do a goddamn thing. We can't even defend our black woman against this damn devil and this beast. We can't even defend her. We have to stand aside like witnesses. So my whole point in this is that the throne has to be reestablished. And a lot of people don't want to accept that because they still have hatred in their hearts for the black man. They still have not woken up. They talk about melanin. They talk about consciousness and how ancient we were as a people and how great we were when we ruled. But they look at the black man today and they can't stomach a black man with power. They can't stomach a black man in some type of position. And you think the world is going to change? You think the condition of this planet is going to change and there's going to be a revolution if you can't stomach the black man in power getting back on his throne? That's who I am. I'm that black man that has returned, the return of the ancient one that has come back to sit on the throne. I know what time it is. I represent the awakened consciousness of the Neter, the Neteru. That's me. You got to soul search yourself and say, do you hate the black man or do you love the black man? Because if you love the black man, then you're ready to see that throne in full tact, refurbished, refurnished. You ready to see it. You can stomach that. But if you can't stomach the black man in power, you ain't ready. You still want feminism. You still a feminist. You already had that. All the shit you had, you can have with the white woman. You can have with the white man. Most of the shit that you Negroes have, you can have with the white man. I want to live off the grid. You can live off the grid with Sally. You can live off the grid with Becky. But when it comes to black rulership, you got to love your own. You got to have true love for your own. So I'm telling you, the objective of all this is black rulership, black kingship, black divinity, black sovereignty, black reverence, black supremacy. That is the objective. And I challenge you to live in that and move into that reality. But if you don't want that, if you don't want to see the black man on the throne, then stay your black ass at home. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate. Don't hate.